Hello, I'm Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's for twin flames. So pick a card reads for twin flames. It's a new thing that I'm doing now because I'm hearing that I can't keep on channeling for the same group of twin flame unions. There's intricacies and changes between each one of them. So I'm doing it as pick a card read now. So there's 3 options. Now, I'm going to go into what's going on for the Divine Masculine at the moment. I'm going to go into what's going on with the Divine Feminine. Each one of these readings has got a deeper dive to it. That is an extended reading that goes with it. In that, I'm going to go into guidance for you, where you find yourself right now, in the moment right now, for both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. I'm going to go into guidance for you in this relationship. So what you guys together, what are the dynamics there? What do you need to know about this union? How to make it work really well, and also how this might all play out. What are the next steps, and when might that happen? Possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of each of these readings, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. And that's where you can also find out your timestamps to jump ahead to your reading, to fast forward to them. So all you need to do now is take a pick. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you get into it is good. Which one do you choose? Would you like the crystal? This is a rose quartz. Would you like the flower? This is a spider lily. How cool is that? I love these flowers. Or the shell. Particularly beautiful shell as well, but they all are, hey. Which one do you go for? Take your pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there as well. Leave a comment as you're watching it too. Really helps my channel out when you do that kind of stuff. And click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. So enjoy your reading. I will see you in there. So if you chose the crystal, then this one's for you. Crystals, let's find out what's going on with the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, in your connection at the moment. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. So if you find that this is your story or could be a story, then you might want to get that extended reading. In that, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in at the moment. And then I'm also going to go into guidance for you in this relationship. You guys together, what are the interactions between you? What can you expect in the relationship? How to make it go really well? That kind of thing, the dynamics. And also how this might all play out, along with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, then toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's find out what's going on for the twin flames that are the crystal collective. Twin flames, crystals, what's going on here? Let's get some just general cards out first for your connection. What's going on at the moment? And then we'll get into the Divine Masculine, and then we'll get into the Divine Feminine. So, itchy. Beauty of age and the bringer of change. Okay, so someone's growing up or leveling up or gaining some wisdom, which brings change. So there's change happening at the moment, coming from a kind of a wise place. Wise change. Well thought of change. Someone's been thinking about something. Perhaps doing things by the book, that kind of thing. It's not just a kind of an impulsive decision, let's put it that way. This change is well thought out. The road less traveled, because it's quite unusual. People don't do it this way. They wouldn't usually do that. It's not the done thing. So someone could be breaking free of norms, perhaps traditions, religious traditions, family traditions, or the cultural kind of bias is what I want to say. The cultural biases. But you might be doing things road less travel kind of thing. You're both a little bit weird in your own unique ways, and that might mean that you both need to break free from traditional kind of concepts about, I don't know, whatever this change is that you're doing now. You're a reflection of each other. But there's this prudence, there's this feeling that you need to think of things and make wise decisions. Don't be impulsive at the moment. Okay, so that's where we're at. Your reflections of each other, meaning you're on the same page. So let's find out. I'm told to use these. Okay, so where's the Divine Masculine at? This is the Tarot of Mystical Moments deck. All the decks that I use in these readings will be listed in the description box below. They always are. The Sun. Divine Masculine, very happy. His inner child is very happy at the moment, doing a little happy dance. He's proud of himself. Why is he made? I don't know. What else for the Divine Masculine? What else for the Divine Masculine? I'm going to have to get some more cards out because they wanted me to use different cards. I forgot. I was thinking like, last time I used different cards, didn't I? And I was thinking that, but then I didn't get them out. Okay, Knight of Swords is wanting to come forward with some clarity, the Divine Masculine. Four of Pentacles, but it's holding back from that. So there's this push-pull within himself at the moment. It's like, I want to say, I don't want to say, I want to say, I don't want to say, kind of thing. It's that feeling of nervousness, you know, of, I want to say this thing, but I can't open my mouth. My mouth isn't opening for some reason. So that's where the masculines are very focused on happiness, bringing that about. Let's use these as well. I want to go into some of the, hang on. My guys are telling me which cards to get out and stuff. Which one's this one? Yeah. I want to go into a bit of the dark stuff today. For some reason we want to go there. The guys want me to go there, so let's do that. Okay. And Lenormand. We'll use the Lenormand as well. Next. So give us more on the Divine Masculine, please, guys. That's it. I always do the crystal one first, so you get it kind of on the fly. 13. Child. Oh, I said 13 then. 13 might be important to you, or to the Divine Masculine. Something going on with children, with the Divine Masculine. Perhaps the Divine Masculine wanting children, or perhaps they've got children from another relationship, or you might have children together, I don't know. This could be the inner child as well, because I was getting that from the Sun card. They're very happy at the moment, the Divine Masculine. Could be right there in the child. Let's find out more. What else of Divine Masculine? Birds. Okay, this talk around the Divine Masculine, around children, or this could be gossip, like that someone's baby is the Divine Masculines or something like that. Yeah, it could just be gossip. I don't know why that would be coming out in this reading here, but doing things by the book. After me saying that you won't be doing things by the book because you'll be breaking free of traditions and stuff like that. There's something about this change, like I was saying, the beauty of age and bringers of change, and like having foresight to think about something instead of going directly into it. There could be changes that the Divine Masculine wants to make that would make them very happy at the moment, but those changes might affect the children, and they don't want us to talk about it. They want to do things by the book for some reason. So if we're talking about a Divine Masculine that wants to move forward, say living with a Divine Feminine, that could be what's holding them back here. The Knight of Swords, the tongue-tied, you know. They want to say it, but they don't say it. And why? Why? Because the spirit knows that there's something going on with children here. It's not quite right yet. It's like the cooperative components aren't quite there yet, is what I'm thinking. Okay, let's find out more about the Divine Masculine. These healing mantra cards, these are. Can not so much the darkness, but they can go into the healing stuff that we need to be aware of. So what's going on? Rewriting the subconscious. So the masculine is very much in his mind at the moment, and rewriting the subconscious, you know, changing his mind, but changing the way that he does things. This book, by the book card, the way that he used to do things. It might have been on autopilot before, in a particular culture or a way of doing things, like a familial way of doing things and a familiar way of doing things, the way the family did things. Perhaps the Divine Masculine was a black sheep in all of that, and now the Divine Masculine is doing things in a different way, but having to pull the subconscious into the conscious, so they're needing to become aware of and make conscious those pulls of the old, you know, the when you go on autopilot and just do what you always did kind of thing. It's definitely, this is a divine masculine that's headed into the new, some kind of new concepts, or being with the divine feminine requires him to be quite different than he was before. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I'll feel bad. There's something about this sun, like the divine masculine is allowing himself to be happy now, and is putting that like first. His happiness, putting that first. Allowing himself to be happy, and then sorting his head out, you know, with all those contradictions, like you're not allowed to be happy, you've got to look after the children. It's that kind of thing. So it's a bit of a push-pull energy in the masculine at the moment. It's encountering conflict inside of himself, but also outside too. This could be past family stuff. This could be like an I won't call him a karmic ex, just an ex, you know, that they've got children with. I don't choose sides, I take a stand. Divine masculine is at the moment realizing that he can choose himself, and it's not that he's not choosing his children at the same time. He can have it all together, but he needs to change his subconscious. He needs to make the subconscious things conscious so that he doesn't fall back into old ways, because it's old, what he used to think and what other people around him used to think or still think is pulling him kind of backwards. So he's kind of dealing with that at the moment. What else for the divine masculine? The comic is trying to make light of it. He's trying to make light of it, and yeah, just kind of make a joke about it all, kind of thing. But he's committed. So divine feminine, if you're watching this divine masculine and you're like, what the hell's going on with him at the moment? He's laughing and joking where there seems to be some big impediment here and he's not coming forward. He's trying to make light of something that is quite heavy for him, this conflict. He's trying to make it lighter. He's trying to be in this happy energy and make everyone happy in a way, but also advocate for himself. Yeah, he's going through quite a lot of change at the moment. Okay, what else for the divine masculine? What else for the divine masculine? What else for divine masculine? Beware of what you're projecting. For the qualities you admire in one another or qualities you both possess. It might be, divine masculine might be putting divine feminine on a pedestal at the moment, making out that she's perfect. Careful of that. When you pass from this world, you'll take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. And the divine masculine is making good decisions for himself now, for his happiness. Realizing he can't waste his life anymore, kind of thing. He needs to do what makes him happy. And that doesn't mean he's turning his back on his children, that kind of thing. He's just trying to figure stuff out at the moment, you know. How it all fits together, how it can be good for everybody. Might have been a people pleaser before, putting everyone else first, and is realizing that he needs to do the self-love thing and make sure that his interests are at least as important as everyone else's, and his happiness. He's trusting that all will be well, and is believing in his good luck here. So he is getting that confirmation that is in alignment here, and he feels happier, so it must be right, kind of thing, and it's all feeling good. It's all falling into place. He's trusting all will be well. That's good. Change happening, but very careful, considered kind of change. What else? What else for divine masculine? Feeling his heart as well. Got very hurt in the past. Yeah. Past relationships hurt. And perhaps, you know, this conflict, people accusing him of things. It hurts him because he's loving, you know. He's loving. He's not doing this to hurt people. He's doing it to make himself happy. Passion and hope. So he's hoping to be together with the divine feminine, and for this passion. Hopeful for that. Yeah, definite change going on, but also a kind of a struggle within himself. What else for the divine masculine? Feeling playful. I'm holding on to this. There's that commitment. Is like, I'm holding on to this. I'm not letting this go. I deserve to have fun. I deserve to be happy. I'm not letting this go. No matter what this conflict is, people saying, you've got children, you shouldn't be happy. And it's like, no, I should be happy. What kind of a parent are you, right? If you're not showing your child that they should also be choosing happiness in their life. If you're not doing that for yourself, say all you like to your kids, oh, you should be, I just want you to be happy. A miserable parent saying that they're not going to listen to what you say, they're going to follow what you do. They're going to do the same thing, right? And so the parents need to be advocating for their happiness. What else? Where's his heart at right now? Treasure your loved ones. See? He's really considering everyone, including Divine Feminine, including himself now, which is a new thing, and the children and exes and all that kind of thing. Considering everyone and treasuring loved ones. Divine Feminine is included in that as well as himself now. Okay, now let's move on to the Divine Feminine. Nope, not these ones. Divine Feminine, what's going on? What's going on with the Divine Feminine then while the Divine Masculine is going through this? Well, Page of Swords. She is waiting for this new start kind of thing. She's learned a lot. There's a lot of wisdom in this read. We both learned so much. You're getting this wisdom. And from what she's learned, she's ready for this new start. So she wants some truth and clarity coming through. She wants to hear some communication from the Divine Masculine. This Knight of Swords, like she's Page of Swords. This is, I'm feeling from this Page of Swords that expectation, that waiting for it. It's like, I know it's going to come out of his mouth. When he's going to say it? Well, he's tripping up, over saying it, holding back. Four of Pentacles, holding back because of this conflict that's going on. But she's expecting that. She's waiting for it, waiting for that communication to come through, because she's wise to it now. She knows not to push it, or to control the situation, try and force it to happen, manipulate it to happen. So she's just kind of waiting there. Bated breath for the communication. She wants communication here, Eight of Wands. She wants to get moving forward on things. There's a bit of frustrated energy about the Divine Feminine here, of like, I'm waiting patiently but drumming fingers at the same time. That kind of an energy. What else? What else for Divine Feminine? Key. There's something riding on this, right? So the Divine Feminine wants to move forward with something, Eight of Wands, but she wants the Divine Masculine to be on board before she moves forward with that. So Divine Feminine's got some plans here, life plans. She wants Divine Masculine to be part of that, or to be at the outside of that. It's like she can't make these decisions, and everything's riding on this. It's the key to it. So frustrated energy, I'm waiting for this because I want to get on with this in my life, and I can't do that until. So it's almost like Divine Masculine is stealing her power away from her because she can't get on with something. Okay. It's something long term that she's focused on. So she wants to create something big in her life, but she wants Divine Masculine to be a part of it. So therefore she's holding back from that until she hears from him. But that is annoying her, because she knows in a way from this wisdom that she's gained that she shouldn't be waiting on someone. Like, she should be getting on with her own life. But it seems very important that she does. To her, to Divine Feminine, it feels very important. Like, I need him to be on board. Keys could have something to do with a house, land, a car, that kind of thing. It could do. But it just feels like that key energy is more, this is key first. Like, this needs to happen first before this can happen. She seems to be very set on that, What else? For Divine Feminine, I love this. Uncovering confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. So she's realizing that she's the missing piece. See, she's got conflict inside her, same as the Divine Masculine, but it's about something different. She's like, I want to get on with this thing in my life, but I'm waiting on the Divine Masculine. And I know that I'm the missing piece. I know that I shouldn't be waiting for the Divine Masculine to come in. I know better than this, but I don't want to go. It's almost like she feels like she's turning her back on the masculine, or She could be disrupting the relationship if she moves forward by herself on this. But she's the missing piece. You see, it's the key. Divine Feminine is thinking that the Divine Masculine is the key to this. But she is the key. You're the key, Divine Feminine. And you need to be confident in that. And, you know, it might just be that when you're about to do it by yourself, when you're like, damn it, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to trust the universe on this. I have the key. I've got this. And it could be then when the Divine Masculine comes in, like last minute kind of thing. Yeah, let's do this together. Also have overcoming fear here. So she's afraid of doing that. She's afraid of losing this relationship, perhaps, if she moves ahead on this, or disrupting the relationship. She's afraid that if she moves forward on something, that she's just going to have to backtrack and let that go. She's waiting. She feels like the order should be Divine Masculine coming in and then this. But right now she's realizing, no, I'm the key to this. It's like I've got to start taking action. What else? Divine Feminine. Apocalypses. It feels like things might really fall apart. That's like the Tower card. So she's afraid. She's afraid that what the things that she decides on now could be make or break for this relationship. Well, could be break for this relationship. She's scared of that. Temple. So she wants to go within at the moment, get a lot of clarity. Temple card about going within, meditating, and yeah, perhaps tarot cards and readings and that kind of thing. Okay, what else for the Divine Feminine? What else is going on for the Divine Feminine? She knows she's got good things on the way. She's giving thanks for that. Giving thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. She knows what she deserves, and she knows that she's going to get her heart's wishes. But wait, she knows not to rush into it, allowing nature to take its course. So she's really not, you know, it's prudent, reflecting on things first. It's everything that I've said in that general part of it before I started this. You're both being very careful at the moment and considering things, not being impulsive about anything, and that's great. So Divine Feminine is taking a step back, temple, meditation, that kind of thing. She's not being impulsive about it, which is great. I like that. What else? Lighting up. She's lightening up as well. So it might have felt really heavy for the Divine Feminine, but she's like, you know, it's not that big a deal. And it's not that big a deal, this frustration. And I can wait, or I could do it now. It's not that big a deal. So she's lightening up about all of it. Perhaps trusting in this relationship more as well. You do both seem to be very on same pages, you know. What else? What else for the Divine Feminine? Family trap. Family trap. Okay. Family trap. The family trap. What is that? Now, I was picking up perhaps the Divine Masculine is breaking free from traditions, family traps, perhaps. He's got the child thing coming up. Now, Divine Feminine might be very aware of that, and she might want her freedom. So she's like, how does this fit together? He wants this to make the children happy and all of that, and I want to be free of this kind of stuff. How will that work? What she wants to create here might have something to do with that. We could be talking about housing, you know. She might want to go ahead and find somewhere to live, somewhere new to live. And it's like, but I've got to wait for him because I don't know how it's going to be with the children and stuff like that. Do I need to be looking for a bigger place? It's something like that. But she wants freedom. So she wants to be free and easy, to go with the flow kind of a thing. Just considering these options at the moment. Perhaps just for consideration's sake, so that when they do come in, you're clear on what you want, Divine Feminine, you know, so that you can discuss that with the Divine Masculine. Especially around the family stuff, especially if you don't want to be involved in certain things, cultural things or something like that, that are just a no for you. They're just a like, I don't do things that way, I wouldn't do things that way, I know better than that, that kind of thing. But not wanting to be the villain here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so she doesn't want to be villainized here. She doesn't want to be the one that is kind of pushing things forward, so the one that kind of breaks stuff, apocalypse. She's very scared at the moment of messing stuff up. It's like she wants to get going, but she also knows to wait, is what it feels like. But while she's in that process, she is uncovering her confidence as well and realizing that she's the key to things. Realizing the power, I think, is what it is. She's also getting into a sensuality as well. So there's this, wanting to receive and be nurtured and loved and all that kind of stuff. She might be wanting some nice times with the divine masculine instead of it being so heavy and be talking about decisions and stuff like that. Where's the heart at the moment? Divine feminine, where's your heart at? Actions speak loudly. Could be waiting on the divine masculine to take some action. Definitely waiting on communication coming in. Lack of communication could be annoying her at the moment, and she might be of this, well, that speaks volumes, doesn't it? The silence speaks volumes kind of thing. Energy. Love who you are. This is about you, divine feminine. This is about loving who you are. You're divine, delightful, deserving of the wonderful things life have to offer, and you know that, right? And so, yeah, there's a definite feeling that and abundance as well. It's the number 8 card. So it feels like the divine feminine is realizing just how much she deserves, just how much she wants to get going on that, waiting for the divine masculine to step up because she wants to do it with the divine masculine, but she's also realizing she's the key. So she's getting to that place of like, what's mine and what's his? What do we do together, and what do I need to move forward on myself? Like, what do I need to be in charge of? And then what do I need to like collaborate? It's that kind of thing that's going on with the divine feminine at the moment. So you're very much doing things, sorting stuff out in yourselves at the moment, divine masculine, divine feminine, for this union, for taking things further. That's where it's at. So if that sounds like it is your story or could be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive. For more on this, I will be pulling cards out for guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Let's give you some guidance on that. Let's find out about this relationship. What are the dynamics? What else do you need to know about them? What do you need to know about you guys together and how to make it work? And how is this all going to play out with possible timelines? So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. Get your email address right, type it in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive it. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that crystal on a device that can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you will see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there and leave a comment and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell to hear more from me. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out what's going on with the divine masculine and the divine feminine right now in these twin flame unions, or lack of a union. And so I'm going to go into both. I'm going to go into the divine masculine, what's going on, and I'm going to go into the divine feminine as well. And so there's going to be a deeper dive to this as well, which is an extended reading that goes with it. So if you find that it is your story, or could be a story, you might want to get that. Because in that extended reading, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. I'm going to go into guidance for you in this relationship as well. What are the dynamics between you? What do you need to know about you and them together? How to make it work really well? Are there any things that you should be looking out for? Ways of dealing with certain things, challenges that come up in the relationship. I'll also go into how this might all play out as well. What can you expect next, with possible timelines for that? So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. We've got a very exciting card out first, because you've got the threshold. Something is about to happen. Change is about to happen. On the threshold of it, it's about to happen. What's about to happen, we'll find out. Okay, you might be feeling that intuitively. I'm being told that something's about to happen. It's not a vision that you've had. You're having visions. The universe is stepping up those signs. You're like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling something's about to happen. What else? Oh, you let me know in the comments below. Are you getting that feeling? It's just around the corner. I can feel it. Dance. A lot of happiness here. Something about a vision of dancing as well. Did you dance together in your dreams? You might be dancing together. You might be meeting up in a place where you dance together. Okay. So, Divine Masculine. What's going on with the Divine Masculine right now? King of Pentacles. Money stuff. Getting into some kind of a financial stability. Very much work focused, financial stability focused, needing to get my house in order, my finances in order kind of thing. The Devil, a lot of fear around that as well. It's got some fears going on here. Wants to step up and take responsibility of things. Is kind of afraid that it's not going to be able to do that. Okay. Tell us more for the Divine Masculine. This one's coming out. Ring. He's really committed to this. Really committed to this. Taking it very seriously, which is why he's like, I need to sort the finances out here. I need to step up and lead the way here. I'm afraid that I can't do it. Divine Feminine feels like a little bit out of my league, and she seems to be more sorted than me at the moment. I want to at least match her. In fact, I would like to actually go beyond her, because that's my comfort zone, and be the more stable one here, so that I feel really good about myself. Tuning into the spiritual here with the clouds. So getting guidance, getting clarity in himself. He might be meditating a lot at the moment, asking the universe for which way forward kind of thing. But yeah, turning to the spiritual more. So tuning in more into the feminine gifts there. Okay, wanting to give a love offer. So yeah, wanting to give a love offer here. So afraid of that, wanting to give a love offer, but afraid that it's not kind of measuring up at the moment. And so it seems to be about finances, or that's what he thinks anyway. He's feeling a little bit vulnerable and insecure at the moment. He's putting it down to finances. It might be about that, but it generally isn't. It's generally some insecurity that we've got within ourselves. It's playing out in other areas of our lives. So insecure in ourselves, our finances aren't going to be good. It's a reflection of what we're experiencing in our lives. Is a reflection of what we've got going on inside of ourselves. So it's something internal. Let's see if these cards will tell us what it is. Four. Wow, a lot of inner stuff going on with the masculine at the moment. He's embracing worthiness. Not sure if he deserves this. You see, and that was why it'd be coming out in money. Because if you've got worthiness issues, your money isn't going to be good. Hey, it isn't, because it's a reflection, right? I am not worthy. It's going to reflect in a poor financial situation. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. So he's kind of growing in that worthiness. I deserve more than this. Could be stepping up in finances, you know. I deserve more than this. I want more for me, myself, and the Divine Feminine. He's invoking self-realization. He's realizing that he can do it. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Definitely stepping into his intuitive side, realizing that he's got the answers inside of him. Very good. He's asking for angelic support. Yep, same thing, you know. My angels respond when I'm open and authentic about how I feel. So he's learning how to be more authentic and asking the right questions. And it's like he wants to take himself to the next level, and is sure of that now. And he's inviting ecstasy as well. He wants these really good times with the Divine Feminine. I'm worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires now. And he might have been judging himself about that before. He might have felt frivolous to go for the Divine Feminine, because it's like, who am I to be that happy? You know, he knows he's going to be really happy. Who am I to be that happy? He's not feeling that worthy at the moment, but he's getting there, because he's tuning into that spiritual side of himself to get those answers. So, yep, he's got a higher self, and the higher self is helping him out at the moment. What else? Too many. What else for the Divine Masculine? The unseen. Holding something back. I was thinking the Divine Feminine is holding something back. Something not clear anyway. Something is not seen clearly at the moment. wants to see it clearly. It's like a feeling of the veil, you know, the veil between the worlds. It's going now, it's delving now, it's delving into it, it's asking all the right questions in himself. Got a lot of cards here about that spiritual side. It's not caving into the fears. The fears are there, but it's not caving into it. It really wants to move forward, this divine masculine. And the venom. Okay. There's a queen there, look. Okay, or is it a moon? It's the moon. It looked like a queen to me though. Someone's messing with the money. Right, so like I said, it's never about the money. It's about how we feel about ourselves. And if he is feeling insecure about himself, someone else could be messing with his money. You know, there could be unexpected bills coming in, or it could be like an ex trying to get money off them about the children. Excuse me. So yeah, someone could be having a go at him for that money kind of thing. And that is just, as I said, it's like a reflection of, yeah, when we're not feeling worthy in ourselves, all kinds of things will manifest like that seem to be taken away from our money. So definitely working on worthiness at the moment. What else? Feeling worthy for this. And like I said, could be focused on the money at the moment a little bit too superficially when that's not really the problem. I don't know though, there's a lot here that says that he's going toward the spiritual light to try and find out those answers. So this could be a repeat pattern in his life. Could be something about giving his power away about his finances to other people. Doesn't want to do that this time, so don't take over Divine Feminine, the finances kind of thing. Don't do it for him, because he needs to learn this time to have that balance. What else? Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So a little bit of space at the moment required, or that's what they're taking at the moment because they know that they need it. There's definite feeling that the masculine knows that they need to do this bit themselves. They need to sort that out themselves. It's not on you. But in fact, they don't even want you to do it this time because, as I said, I'm feeling like they have given their power away in the finances before to someone else and they really regret it. They should have kept things clear cut in previous relationships when it comes to finances. Feels like they've learned the lesson. What else? Step up and lead. They want to be the leader in this. Like I said, they do. They want to be a leader. They don't want to come in and disappoint you, Divine Feminine. So they're embracing the flow of life as well here. So they're going with the flow of this. There is this definite feeling I'm getting from them that they want to speed things up. You know, with this threshold card, they want to get to the happiness, but they've got to go through this process first. Of course, when we have worthiness issues, we always want to skip over that step. We always just want to jump ahead. It's like, can't I just win the lotto instead of dealing with this stuff? No, you can't, says the universe. No, you're not going to win the lotto when you've got that kind of a worthiness stuff going on. Soul connection. Divine Masculine is very focused on this soul connection at the moment. Connection with Divine Feminine. First thing he thinks about in the morning, everything that he does is for this union. It's extremely important to him. And he's hoping that the Divine Feminine will forgive him for whatever's going on at the moment. Delays or something like that? I don't know. With that threshold card, it feels like you're both wanting something to happen soon. Sooner rather than later. Cynicism. Somebody doesn't want you to be together. This is someone else being cynical about your relationship. Now, that could be the venom as well. They're like, not only being nasty to the Divine Masculine about their financial situation, or trying to take that from them, but also being cynical about this relationship, your relationship, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine's relationship. This is an ex. This is a particularly sharp-tongued ex that we're talking about here that is very cynical about this. Could be family members as well. And so they've got it going on. They've got people around them that are not supportive of this. And meanwhile, they're trying to sort themselves out. Like, no wonder they've got worthiness issues if they're hearing stuff like that all the time, right? What else? Good timing, though. You're going to come together in good timing. Your paths will cross, but they need to find this independence first. And it might be that they need to sort out this stuff this venomous stuff and cut someone out and say, and you don't have power over my finances or my life anymore, or and how I feel about myself and my worthiness. Yes, getting a lot of angelic support at the moment. The divine masculine asking for help. The confirmation of it again. They're asking for help from their angelic team, turning to the spiritual for support. They want to be supportive. You see, they want to be the supporter. They don't want to come along to the divine feminine and go, I'm in a mess. They don't want to show up as a mess. They want this union of heart. So they want it to be real pure, like really clean and clear, all of that. They want to be ready. And the only thing that's real is love. So it is the most important thing to them right now. They're all about it right now. Okay, let's focus on the divine feminine right now. I also want to go to those cards, but no, not this time. We're using these. Divine feminine, where you at? 9 of Swords. She's worried. She's anxious at the moment. She's possibly not getting very much sleep right now. This is on her mind. She's asking herself, do I need to do something here? Very much in her thoughts. Very much in her thoughts. Like overthinking things. Divine feminine, you're overthinking things. Queen of Swords. Is there something I need to cut out? Is there something that I need... Swords. Thoughts. All about the thoughts right now, divine feminine. It's not good for you either. She's asking herself, is there something more that I need to let go of? How come the divine masculine isn't coming forward here? There's something that I need to do, she thinks. But she can't figure it out because it's not figure outable. You can't think your way to this, divine feminine. You can't think your way through this or to this. You have the Tower. Just some things need to be built on solid foundations, right? And the solid foundations for the divine feminine right now is her being open, right? It's not you stepping into the more masculine kind of aspects here. It's about you, it's not about you taking control of stuff. It's, you've done that. You've been there, you've done that. You can do that, but you don't want to do that. You want to build this on solid foundations, which for the divine feminine is more about being open and receptive and letting them step forward and do it, right? And that's hard for the divine feminine to do because she wants to step in and make it happen. She's very capable. She can do it all. She knows it, but she shouldn't do it all because she wants this to be a balanced relationship with firm foundations as the Tower. She's extremely loyal to them to a fault is what I'm getting now. So that feeling of like, I want to come and fight your battles for you. Don't do it. Leave them to the battles. Give them some space right now. And fish, abundance, right? Be even more abundant. Okay, yeah, this is important because if you're noticing that your person's suffering financially in a way, you might be thinking, well, if I get going on my abundance even more, I'm going to put myself even more out of their league. I'm going to make them feel even worse about themselves and perhaps delay coming together. Maybe I should hold back from that. Maybe I shouldn't be doing so well. Maybe I shouldn't be reaching for that next thing. This is saying, no, be loyal to yourself. It helps them. If you're loyal to yourself, you're showing them the way to go. Don't ever lower your vibration for anybody, not even your person. You can have a loyal heart to them, this dog here, but still be going for your abundance. Build up that solid foundations. Don't lower your vibe for anybody. Don't lower your standards. Don't lower your vibe. Keep on moving ahead. That energy helps them to do the same thing. You've also got discovering happiness, divine feminine. So I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. So don't overthink things here. Don't be tearing yourself apart, giving yourself sleepless nights and all of that. Be happy where you are at now. It's imminent. You're on the threshold of it. This is going to happen. It is going to happen. You've got a lot of these cards as well. A lot of inner work for you guys at the moment. Celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there's less to manage and maintain. And that is especially around your thoughts. So great time for the divine feminine to meditate more. Clear out your mind. Don't be thinking so much. Watching readings might be making you think too much as well. Or it might not be. It might be relieving you. Just take that as it resonates. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Yeah, that's that energy that I was just saying about. It's not for the divine feminine to step into the divine masculine's role right now. No, you want balance. You want them to have a role, right? And you want them to step up into that role. They're doing that at the moment, so let them do that. And honoring adversity. Honoring adversity. A fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. Challenges are what help us grow. Your person's being challenged at the moment. You're being challenged as well, but I think it's more in the noticing what is or what isn't happening in this union. When really you should be focused on your abundance at the moment and moving ahead with it. Let them sort the stuff out and they'll come at you. Know that the challenges are really good that they've got going on, because that's what's going to grow them and get them ready for you. It's good. It's a good thing, what's going on at the moment. And if you can see that perspective and get on with your stuff, it's going to be a lot easier. Now the Father, again, money, a coin on this card again, and this is the masculine's energy. This is like saying you're seeing things black and white when it comes to the money front. Now, if you are aware of this cynical person here, the Venom, the one that is giving them trouble with their money, you might be looking at it more too black and white, divine feminine. You know, it's like, oh, they're at fault. The venomous one is at fault. My person's fine. They're a victim of this. The money worried would go away. That this other person would just stop. And that's not the truth. The truth of it is they've always had a worthiness issue that's been behind all of this manifestation, and they need to sort that out. So definitely when you're focusing on this divine masculine, don't see it in black and white like that. There's more going on, and they are figuring it out now and doing that inner work. And isn't that what you want? Divine feminine, you want divine masculine to do their inner work. You don't want to have to take over. You're the eternal child here as well. So being more of that childlike, there's a mosquito trying to bite me then. Childlike energy, wide-eyed, noticing those rainbows, what else is available to me kind of thing. Distracting yourself with other things at the moment would be good for you. What else? What else, divine feminine? See the mosquito, because that when there was a knock on the door before, it was a big box and I had to bring it in because he put it directly in my hands, and mosquito came in, and I tried to headbutt it away but it came in. I knew it was going to cause me trouble. Embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. So they are putting you through exactly what you need at the moment as well. There's something about all this swords and the overthinking that you're doing at the moment. Focus on that at the moment and sort that out within yourself. Don't be focused on what they're going through, what they're not going through. It's in a way your focus on them is causing this to show you, like, divine feminine, you've got a bit of a thought problem here going on, an overthinking problem. Yeah. Try to be more in your feminine energy, being open and receptive, and letting that love in, letting that abundance in. How much can you allow in your life right now? That would be a great... How much more can you allow in your life right now? You want to go wild as well. You might just want to go a bit crazy at the moment, especially if those of you that are at the sidelines of what's going on for the divine masculine at the moment, because this is a big energy, this venom and this cynicism, this person that they've got in their lives at the moment that's causing trouble. If you are witnessing that, and that is a big part of your trouble at the moment inside of yourself, you might just feel like, getting in there and telling them what you think. No, I wouldn't. I would leave this to the divine masculine to sort this one out. It's their stuff. Yes. You're getting too involved in the masculine stuff here, divine feminine. I think you need to let it go. So, guarded heart, huh? Guarding your heart right now. You're guarded right now with this person. No wonder they're like, I hope she forgives me. I hope divine feminine forgives me for this. What else? Commitment. She's committed there. Just want to have fun. You want to have fun with. You want them to come in and have fun. You want these hard times to be over. You know, there's no way to bypass it. The only way past it is to go through it. They need to go through this. There's purpose behind it. There's a reason for it. Honor the adversary. Realize that, you know, they'll be stronger from this when they've done this. They'll be more empowered. They'll have more self-worth. They'll do this when they've got that self-worth key that they need to get from this, and that's what you want in a partner, right? You want them to be dealing with these things themselves. You want them to come in with good self-worth. You don't want them to be having to bolster their ego all the time about that to keep them good, you know. That would get exhausting, so let them do it. Naughtiness. This is like that go wild card. You're feeling like being a bit bolshy here, like stepping on in there, being a bit naughty, being a bit cheeky. That flirty energy as well. You feel like stirring the pot, Divine Feminine. It's the outlet for this energy. If you're overthinking, what do you want to do to get out of that? Well, you want to take action, right? And I wouldn't advise that at the moment. I would advise looking deeper at why you're overthinking things and sort that out instead of thinking that action will relieve that. Because you're more likely to do the wrong thing if you take action to relieve that anxiety. Your expectations, and you've also got doubts as well. So you're expecting the best, but you're also doubting it too. What's really happen? Can I really trust them to do this? Do they really got this or not? That kind of energies. Where's your heart at right now? Where is your heart at right now? Divine Feminines. Appreciate this moment. I don't think it is right now, but I think that's where you should be right now, appreciating this moment. This really is for the best. Nothing is going wrong, Divine Feminine. This really is for the best. Let your person go through this. Let them do it. Sort your stuff out at the moment and keep on headed forward. Yeah. Well, there you go. If that sounds like it is your story or could be your story, you might want to get that deeper dive. For guidance in this situation. So let's get you some guidance. Let's also give you some information about this union, about you guys together. What do you need to know about that? What are the dynamics there? Is there anything that you need to look out for? With some ways around that, how to deal with things in this relationship, or is it all good? Let's see. And how this might all play out, what's coming next, along with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that flower on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you will see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well, and click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well to hear more from me. Good luck with all of this if this is where you're leaving me. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose a shell, and this one's for you, shells, let's find out what's going on with the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine in your twin flame union at the moment. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that it is your story or could be your story, then you might want to get that. Because in that deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you at the moment, the situation you find yourself in right now, both Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. And also, I'm going to go into guidance for you in this relationship. You guys together, what are the dynamics there? What do you need to know about? What do you need to be careful of? And also, how great it's going to be. How to make it work really well. How might this all play out as well? What's going to happen next? Let's find that out, along with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments. So let's get into it. General cards first. We have threefold protection. So someone's in protective mode at the moment, protecting you from something. You're protecting them from something. This is being protected by the universe as well. It's threefold protection. So they're protecting you, you're protecting them, the universe is protecting you both. So there could be delays in the mix at the moment as things are being held from you both, because timing isn't quite right yet. You're being protected from something anyway. from possible negative effects is what I'm hearing. Freedom. Someone needs freedom first. Could be someone needs freedom first. Let's see what else. Someone needs to be free of something first. We both need freedom. Someone's not free yet? Is that what it is? Explore. Wanting to explore it or possibly exploring this connection. Someone's not free yet? This has got a feeling that, say, like you're trying to be friends. Because someone's not free yet. And so you're wanting to explore it without exploring it. Exploring in a friendship way, exploring this union, making sure that they're the right person for you by being friends with them. But there's something about starting it when it can't start properly, and how that might be a bit challenging. There's a definite feeling about being slow about this relationship to protect it, but that also being challenging. Having its own challenges. Anyway, let's see. Divine Masculine, what's going on? What's going on for the Divine Masculine in this path? Two Cups. They want to give you a love offer, Divine Feminine. Like, this is all that's on the mind. How can I come in with this big love offer? How can I sweep my Divine Feminine off her feet? Dead set on that. What shall I do? What shall I say? What should the date be like? How shall I do it? When should I do it? All of that kind of stuff. They're all about the details of the approach, the love offer, the world. Cycles need to complete first. So while they're waiting for a cycle to complete, for this freedom to be had, either the Divine Feminine to be free or them to be free, they are just like focused on how it feels like a lot of romantic energy to me. The Two of Cups, like, I want this to be the best ever approach to any Divine Feminine ever. And yeah, very much wanting it to be perfect. Could be a perfectionist, are they? Shit, they want to get set sail, they want to come forward. Like, there's restriction there, love. I've only just noticed that. It's in a bucket of water. There's restriction. They're not on the open ocean. They want to get going, but they can't. Not yet. Oh, they want this. Yes. Okay. They're all about it. All they can think about is coming forward. But there's choices, the choices that they need to make. When, where, how shall I do it? What should I say? What kind of wine should I bring with me? Trying to distract themselves from that at the moment because they're waiting for this completion of the cycle. So the Divine Masculine, is looking away from those choices at the moment. All about it. It's like a Divine Masculine is all in his head at the moment, thinking of these things. Doesn't want to be thinking of these things because he's thought about these things a million times over. He's played this Two of Cups moment out in his head over and over again. He knows already. He's trying to distract himself from that now, while this cycle completes, whatever that is for you guys. Tell us more. What's going on for the Divine Masculine at the moment? Embodying his soul. Wow. I have a right to be excited. He's got every right to be excited. He knows that this is twin flame stuff. He knows that Divine Feminine is his person. He's getting so excited about it. And he's got a right to be excited. Very happy about that. Greeting wellness. So he's focused on his well-being at the moment. Health, happiness, all of that. Balance is a key to a life of infinite miracles. He's getting some balance. Some of the Divine Masculines might have let the health go and stuff like that, and they might be getting that back on board with that, finding some more balance in their lives, getting well again. And also balancing the brain. All about balance at the moment, the Divine Masculine. I can be and do all at once. He wants it all. He's got a lot of stuff going on, huh? He's got a lot of stuff going on, but he knows that he can add this relationship to the mix. It's what he wants. He's got getting that balance ready for it. Oh, he's getting himself ready for this union. Yep, very much so. This is a divine masculine that's feels ready. Feels ready for this, yeah. What else? What else with the divine masculine? 4. They're making me work today and I'm hungry. I want to have my lunch. The shapeshifter. Lots of change happening in his life at the moment. It's having to become different person to different people. Changing roles. Now, the divine masculine here might have children, and his role as a parent might be changing there. So his kids could be grown up and just changing. You know how your relationship changes with your kids at certain ages? It does. That. And perhaps to other people as well. He might be changing his roles to his family and stuff like that. I mean, not just children, to parents and stuff like that. Extended family. Gnosis. This is about knowing. It's about knowing what's manifesting. Is dead set on it. Praying at the moment as well. So he's very much praying, wishing, wanting this cycle to end so that he can come up with this, because he's got this magical vision. Like, he knows. I'm telling you, he has replayed this 2 of Cups moment, the date or whatever it is, over and over and over and over and over in his head so many times. It's that clear, his vision of how things are going to go down. Get ready. Divine Feminine, you're going to be swept off your feet. And they don't know exactly how it's going to happen. What else? Could have been like getting information on the divine feminine to make it like super, super perfect, this approach, date, proposal, whatever it is. What else in the divine masculine? New beginning. It's very much focused on the new beginnings now. It feels so ready. This is like the readiest. If you are attracted to the other ones, the crystal, the flower, this is definitely the readiest divine masculine for sure. New beginning is all about it. A new adventure awaits. Can't wait. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. He's so excited right now. So excited. It's raring to go. It's like, that's going to complete. That world thing's going to complete. And then, boom. I'm straight on Divine Feminine's doorstep, inviting her to that thing. Taking a breather at the moment. Calming down, calming down. He's getting so excited. Did you know he's so excited right now? Having to find that balance, right? Raring to get going. So cool. I love this energy. It's really nice to read this kind of an energy. Not like because people don't come to me for readings when they've got this energy. People come to me for readings when they're struggling, right? And so I'm feeding into their energy. It's like, oh yeah. I mean, I don't mind that. That's nice too. But reading this kind of an energy is really pleasant. Very pleasant. What else? Oh, being a bit cautious. Okay. So being a bit cautious, that is that threefold protection. Self-worth, knowing that the divine feminine is worthy of really great things. So being a little bit cautious, that's that protection thing. Yeah. And mystery and patience. I don't know why I'm having to wait. Not very happy in the patient thing, but open to the mystery there. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit impatient, but more excited than impatient, I think. Raring to go, you know. What else? Bad attitude. Could have a bit of a bad attitude about the waiting thing. Yeah, it could be slipping into impatience. Could be getting very outspoken as well and very sure of themselves, this divine masculine. And so might appear to have a bad attitude with other people as well. It's just, you know when super confident people can be really annoying, right? We can think of it as arrogant. So it just depends on where you're at when you notice this super confident person. I think they might be annoying other people at the moment. Very happy, very excited. Can't wait to have all of this fun with the divine feminine and give themselves completely. Like, this is someone, like, they're going to offer their full heart there, just everything. Wow. Where's the heart at right now? Whew. You are limitless. All the potential in this, it's like, wow. You can do anything you choose. They're just like on top of the world right now, Divine Masculine. How cool. What about the Divine Feminine? Where you at, Divine Feminine? Are you holding up the proceedings here, Divine Feminine? Well, let's see where you're at. Definite, that explore card, adventure and that kind of thing. Just, yeah. So ready for this, Divine Masculine. Okay, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, where's she at right now? 5 of Wands, she's being strategic. You see, that's that protection kind of thing as well, isn't it? She's being strategic at the moment. She's got a strategy here. Perhaps it's the Divine Feminine that has to complete a cycle. Let's see. So she's being strategic. She's thinking, well, she's in it for the long term, that's why. So she's not necessarily rushing things ahead because she's in things for the long term. She wants the long-term win from this, the happily ever after. This isn't just a get into a relationship with someone just for the, betting them or whatever. It's not that. She's in it. She wants the long-term thing. So she's kind of taking her time and being strategic, protecting this. She's not rushing into it. What else for the feminine? Ooh. Anchor. She wants to manifest this properly. Anchoring it in. She doesn't want to do things too fast before she can fully be available, is what it feels like to me. She might just be energetically keeping the masculine at bay here. Yeah, she's looking at that. She's looking at anchoring. Feminine is looking at anchoring this in the long term. Oh, look, the masculine is looking toward the feminine here. Yeah, the masculine is looking. She's looking toward the masculine too, right? But manifesting it in for the long term. He's very much focused on the feminine at the moment, isn't he? And away from those choices. So he's trying to distract himself from that overly thinking stuff. Anyway, we've got her looking at manifesting this, like making it real. Communication. Now, this is a letter. Communicating by letter or by text message. It feels to me like the Divine Feminine is being strategic about this. Might be either quiet on the texting, or she's only texting at the moment. She's not calling and stuff like that. There's a definite restriction that I'm getting, and it's strategical from the Divine Feminine. She wants the long-term thing, but she knows not to rush into this. Let's find out more for the Divine Feminine. Oh, it's on too, yeah. Okay. We got a lot of cards here, Divine Feminine. Okay. Expanding inner power. She doesn't want to give her power away this time. She's done that in the past. I'm most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. She might be focused on her creativity at the moment, and she might be wanting to make something of herself first. She might feel like she's not ready for a relationship yet. Being strategic about it, she needs something in place first. She's welcoming surrender. There's no problem. Only destiny being revealed. See, there's no problem here, and she knows that. If the Divine Masculine is... No, I don't feel he is. He's just getting really excited. It seems like he knows what's going on with her, and... Yeah, just playing a strategy here. Transforming tragedy. Oh, what happened? Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. So the Divine Feminine could have been through some kind of tragedy and not be ready to open up. It could be about a relationship or something about children, or just some big change in her life. And things are changing for her. Dissolving judgments. For some, we could be talking about a widower here. When is it the right time to move forward into the next relationship? Well, it's totally up to you. There is no rules. Totally up to you. It's going to be different for everyone. Now, some people, it doesn't have to be like a death of someone. It could be the ending of a relationship. Like how soon after a divorce, can you get into a relationship? Well, it's totally up to you. Because some people, I don't know about you, if you have been through a divorce or not, but it took me 2 years to get divorced in the first place. I'd already done a lot of that process. I got into a relationship soon after the divorce. Well, soon after the separation, because I was ready. But I could have divorced 2 years prior to that, in which case it probably would have been 2 years after the divorce that I would have been ready for a new relationship, you know? So it just depends how much you do, how much processing you do before you quit something. But some of you are worried about this. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. And it's more like other people's judgments, I think, about moving on or something like that. She's also illuminating the truth right now. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Now I'm hearing some of you are saying, no, it's not me, it's the other way around, it's the divine masculine that's going through a divorce or whatever. And like, here they're coming out with all of this energy, and that you might think that these roles are reversed, but they're not. And even if it's them that are quitting something, you might be divine feminine, you might be, well, what will other people think about me getting into a relationship with them too soon while they're still grieving, while they've just got divorced or something like that. It could be about that. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. So illuminating the truth. Like, the truth is you can do whatever the hell you want. There's no rules. Seriously. There's no rules. Humans, we make up rules, but there are no rules. Like the universe says, you can do whatever you want. You're making it up. Untangling neglect. Right. Here we go. So divine feminine. Making sure that she's no longer neglecting herself anymore. Perhaps she was neglected. Perhaps she's been on a self-love journey when she has been untangling that neglect, no longer neglecting herself. She doesn't want to get into this relationship. She doesn't want to go all in yet. She wants to get into this relationship, but she's being strategic about it. Why? Because she's neglected herself in the past. She's gone straight into relationships before, put them first, put everyone else first, neglected herself, and then, she's back in neglect again. The original trauma from her family or whatever. Abandonment or neglect. But no, it's neglect, this one. It's often intermixed. So she knows what it is to abandon herself, and she's done that before, and she's wary of it this time. So she's taken her time. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. So she's making sure that she's only getting into this once she's given herself the approval. She's taking it slow is what she's doing, to make sure that she doesn't fall into old patterns, because it was big. Neglect is a big one, like really big one. Oh my God. If we've been neglected, say as a child, we neglect ourselves so much, and realizing that can be absolutely heartbreaking for the inner child, to realize that we're neglecting ourselves as much as those people that cause us the most harm in our lives. It's terrible. I've been through it, and yeah, it's a lot, and we never want to go back there again. Once we do start caring for our inner child, we never want to go back there again, because that's worse than anything, right? Divine feminine would rather be single than go back there. It appears that this relationship, she's worried that she might go back there again. It's like, what if I go all in on this? What if I lose myself in this relationship again? There's a riddle to be had here. She's trying to figure it out. Strategic. The riddle, it's the same thing. And the empty room. That's that feeling of like, I'd rather have nothing than to go back to that dark place I was in before. She's worried that she's going to retrograde. Go back to old patterns. She's worried. Yeah. Okay, so that's why she's being protective of herself, you know? Super protective of herself. He wants to just come storming in, and she's like, hold your horses, mate. I've got to protect myself here. But romance, Cupid arrow strike. So she's in her heart as well. Just like, but God damn it, I love them. I hope she's almost wishing that the divine masculine can get around her defenses here. I think she wants everything with him, for sure. Okay, what else? So she's feeling very romantic, like all in her heart space. She's seeing the bigger picture here, the long-term things. Yeah, she's seeing it very clearly. Her patterns, what she wants in this, why not to rush it, all of that stuff. But she's got fears. It's not all that clarity. Some of it's fears, divine feminine. And She is love. She knows it. She knows that her divine masculine loves her. That is not what's in question here. What is in question here for the divine feminine is, can I still love myself in this relationship? And she's not trusting herself to do that right now. She doesn't believe it yet. She's like, no, I know what I'm like. I'm just going to go all in on this relationship. It's going to be all about them, and I'm neglecting myself. And before I know it, I'll be in depression again, or whatever it is that you were really suffering with in the past when you had this stuff going on. What else? So you'd rather have an empty room than have that crap back. Now, strings attached. Divine feminine is complicated. She's complicated right now. There's more going on, and it might appear so simple to the divine masculine, but it's not. The complexities are internal, you see, and she knows it. The strings attached. Like, I don't want to be controlled, nor do I want to be in control. I don't want to give all my power away. I want to retain my power, but I also want to be in relationship too. So there's got to be some kind of give and take there. She's easing her way toward this union with the worries that she's got, because she wants this to be successful. She's not wary of the divine masculine. She's wary of herself, this one. There's something terrible about how it used to be. Like, that you must have been really suffering before, divine feminine, to never want to go there again, enough to not get in a relationship, you know. But orgasm, she is turned on by this masculine, like the romance, and yeah, there's a definite draw from her, so for her to this divine masculine. Love, she loves him too. And if he's hanging on in there for her, which he will be, she loves that. Oh, in a way she's doing that, right? In a way she's doing that. You've got manipulation here. So in a way she's testing him. She's like, show me that you love me by hanging on in there while I'm going through this stuff. And yeah, he is. He's hanging on in there. Joy. She knows this is going to be so stupid happy, is what I was going to say. Stupid happy. You're going to be stupid happy together. This is going to be really good. She knows it. She just needs to trust herself first to allow it to be really good, you know. Where's her heart at right now? This one. Love endures. You see? If you love me, if you truly love me, and I know that you do, you're going to be hanging around while I'm going through this stuff. You will wait for me if you truly love me, and that's when I know. That's when I'll know. Like, if you're still there, I know, divine masculine, that you truly love me. So she's kind of testing him right now, but dealing with her stuff. She knows to be careful this time. So there you go. That sounds like it is your story. It could be a story. You might want to get that deeper dive, that extended reading that goes with this. For more, I'm going to go into guidance for you at the moment, for both of you at the moment. Guidance for you in this relationship, you guys together. What are the dynamics there? What do you need to know about once you are together? And also how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder. Check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that shell on your device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell to hear more from me. So there you go. If that's where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly.